We out here. We out here. Shalom to the family. Shalom. Got another good show lined up today. Oh, baby, we gonna get it in today, boy. Mature audiences only. Nah, I ain't finna be that crazy with it, though. But I am gonna go in today. I am gonna go in today. Too much shit happening around the world right now, man. Too much shit. And not a lot of people acknowledging the Most High behind it. Too much shit they are accrediting to man. I will not allow it. I will not stand for it. So we're gonna get in on that shit. Yes, sir. Shalom to you, K Judah. Shalom, Moshe Ben. Shalom, Sister Na Maria. Yes, sir. We'll wait for a little bit more. See if the rest of the gang gonna come up in here. And then we gonna get it popping. How y'all doing tonight, family? How y'all doing tonight? I actually feel good. This whole new sleep schedule I'm on right now, I feel a whole lot better. I get to wake up earlier in the day. I get to still see the sunlight when I wake up, just for a little bit before I go down. But hey, I like this a lot better. Sleeping earlier, waking up earlier. I like it. The other sleep schedule I was on was pretty trash. I was letting my body control when I go to sleep. I said, nope. Spirit back in control now, baby. Love it. Hope y'all had a blessed day in y'all's name out there. The heathen going crazy out there, boy. Everybody posting up gas prices and shit like that. And I'm just sitting here just lounging back like, I was able to fill up my tank. Y'all gave me the shekels to fill up the tank. I ain't caring. I ain't worrying about no damn gas prices. This is what has to happen. Yes, sir, Akben. Yes, sir. Feeling good like a Hebrew should. I love that. Man, I'm loving that Watchman necklace, bro. Loving that shit, bro. That thing, it just feels solid around the neck. That big old Yah just staring right out the heathen out there. They don't know what it means. I guarantee you they'll be looking at it and be like, what the fuck does that even mean? Caught a couple of heathen at work watching it, looking at it, perplexed. But I ain't say nothing to them. I ain't say nothing. Oh man. Uh Oh, y'all been catching up on that war shit out there, man. Apparently, they Russia bombed some fucking some children hospital or something out there. Woo! Then y'all say you gonna dash your kids to pieces, man. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, no!" And I'm just sitting here like, all praises. What they did to our kids? What they did to our kids back then, huh? What they did to our kids back then? They did a whole lot of shit to our kids. Stun, they cut they what are they cut the nuts off our kids and shit like that, man. I mean, stuff like that and all kinds of stuff. Remember they did to Emmett Till and shit. You think I'm supposed to sit here and cry because the old children's hospital got bombed? No! All praises. They said nobody got hurt. 17 people was injured in it. It is what it is. That's what I say. Yes, it rained out there. It was another cold night yesterday. Was supposed to snow on Friday. Yippee. Man, this winter has been pretty goddamn active. It's about damn near springtime. It's about to still snow. Most High ain't playing no games out here, boy. I don't remember the last time I didn't go outside without wearing a jacket, bro. It's been cold this whole winter. I remember last year, it was pretty mild, but this winter here is pretty goddamn cold in my opinion. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yes, sir. Well, anyways, I'm going to get it popping and whatnot. If the rest of them join in, they join in. If not, we still got an audience. I can edify. So without further ado, y'all know what the business is. Wake up, Jacob. Wake up, Jacob. Wake up, Jacob. Hey, wake up, nigga. We behind the veil with Bezale'el. Yeah, we behind the veil with Bezale'el. Reporting news from my father, that's the warning mail. To repent and come back to him for he sent that ass to hell. We behind the veil with Bezale'el. Yeah, we behind the veil with Bezale'el. Reporting news from my father, that's the warning mail. To repent and come back to him for he sent that ass to hell. Yeah, just look at the destruction. This wouldn't have to happen if we followed his instruction. Hard head and stiff neck, that's how you scrap your people. Blending with the nation, starting to become like the sheep. Both the end times are here, we no longer need to hide. Cause the Elohim of Yasharel about to save his bride. Pestilence, plagues, and every manner of creation. He about to send these heathen on a permanent vacation. Wake up, Jacob. Wake up, Jacob. Wake up, Jacob. Hey, wake up, nigga. We behind the veil with Bezale'el. Yeah, we behind the veil with Bezale'el. Reporting news from my father, that's the warning mail. To repent and come back to him for we send that ass to hell. We behind the veil with Bezale'el. Yeah, we behind the veil with Bezale'el. Reporting news from my father, that's the warning mail. To repent and come back to him for we send that ass to hell. Shalom, shalom to my Israelite family worldwide, scattered to the four corners of the earth. Welcome to yet another episode of Behind the Veil. I am your humble host, Bezale'el Ben Yahudah. This is episode 19, uno nueve, one off from 20. Yes, sir. Praise Yah. For 19 episodes. Thank you, Father, for the knowledge you were able to let me edify the people with. Thank you for the platform. Without you, I would have none of this. So all praises and glory to the Father and the Son. Yes, sir. Today is on the Gregorian calendar, Wednesday, March the 9th. March the 9th. Yes, 20, quote unquote, 22. We all know 2022 starts what? A couple weeks? Couple more weeks, I would say. Couple more weeks. Hey, shalom, Monster Moshe. Shalom, brother. How you doing out there in Sin City? Yes, so today we're going to be getting into the lack of the fear of Yah in the world today. You see, the world is going crazy and it's in chaos because there is a lack of the fear of Yah. You know, back in the days, back in when we were in we were in the land, our ancestors in the land, Yah gave us rules and boundaries to abide by. And if we broke those rules, things happened immediately. Judgment was on your head immediately. You committed adultery, stoned. You and the woman, stoned. Depending on how the adultery happened. You were stoned to death immediately. You see, now since Yah came down and died and gave repentance to Israel and everything like that, now the judgment has been delayed until the day of judgment, to his second coming. So what you see in the earth right now is everybody sinning like crazy because the Most High, his rules, there's no sentencing. There's nothing happening to the wicked people right now. The wicked people are doing wicked things every day, but we all know the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. We know this. But the wicked people, they have grown arrogant. They have grown vain. They have grown puffed up because of the lack of judgment that is happening in the earth. By design, of course. The Most High is just giving them their own rope to hang themselves and be thrown into the lake of fire when he comes back. So we're going to be going back and forth through the Bible and everything like that, talking about the fear of Yah and what does it mean to have fear of Yah. You see, people who do not understand the Bible, anything like that, when you say fear the Lord, they think, that it's a, out of fear, kind of like a dictator type of thing. But Yah is no dictator. Like I said last week, Yah is sovereign. He can do whatever he wants to do, but he is righteous in all his judgments. So he's no dictator. Now, a dictator would be somebody that goes and just kills somebody just for the hell of it, right? Like most of the dictators that exist on the world today or in the past. If they felt like killing 10 people or genociding a whole country or a city, they would just go and do that for their own whim. The Most High is not like that. So the Most High cannot be a dictator. He is righteous in all his judgments. Righteous. So my first scripture, and it's going to pretty much set up the whole lesson. Proverbs 1:7. And it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools, heathen, despise wisdom and instruction. It says it right there. In order to be wise, in order to have true knowledge, is to fear the Lord. So all these scientists and all these self-proclaimed geniuses and whatnot who claim to be smart because of worldly knowledge that they possess are foolish. Yah calls them fools. They don't possess any true wisdom. They don't possess any true knowledge. All they possess is what man has told them. How can that be knowledge? Literally repeating back what a man told you. Think back in school, guys and girls. When you were in school and they gave you a test, you had to agree with everything that the teacher told you to get an A on the test, right? In order to be quote unquote correct, you had to go by what the teacher told you, right? Whether it was right or wrong, doesn't matter. You had to agree with whatever that teacher told you to get a 100% on the test. Even if whatever the teacher was teaching you was bullshit, like most of the stuff they teach in school is anyways. But you had to agree, which is why I hated school, and it was a waste of time in my opinion. But yet people are still going to school. Parents are still sending their kids to school. For whatever reason, I don't know. Looking for somebody to babysit their kids. Who knows? But fast forward to college. College is nothing. You can't get a degree until you agree with whatever your professors have taught you in school. They will not give you that paper, which costs $100,000 apparently for some of these courses. $100,000 You got to spend $100,000 to agree with everything that the teacher told you. So what if you don't agree with whatever the teachers or the professors tell you? Then they won't pass you. Ain't that something? So how is that true knowledge? Parroting what man has told you, what another man who wipes his own ass and got to go to sleep and whatever, a puny man instead of the creator of the world has told you. Says it right there. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So you cannot be wise, you cannot be smart until you fear Yah. At that point, the Most High will impute on you knowledge. He will stir up the spirit within to give you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. That is the only way to get real knowledge. But people continue to think they can bypass it through man's works, going to school, going to college. That does nothing. All that does is teach you what man wants you to know and to indoctrinate you in this Babylonian system, because that's exactly what school is. It's an indoctrination center used to indoctrinate the youth from when you're small all the way until you're about to go out into the world to be the perfect robot, the perfect slave in the corporate culture. I mean, look at your jobs. Has anybody ever realized there's nothing but a plantation? You fork over your labor, your energy for shekels, for a couple of shekels. And you do it 5 times a week. Some of them are probably 6, or some of them are working all day, every day, depending on what country you in. This system teaches you to be a slave. You learn nothing in this system. Going through school and everything like that. And then when I was done, I'm like, what the hell did I actually learn for the past 18 years of my life? I won't say 13 because you start school at 5. 13 years. What did I learn? Most of the stuff that you learn in school, you will never, ever use. Ever. Never. I've never used calculus once in my life outside of school. Never. Geometry, trigonometry, never used. Most of the stuff that you learn in there, history, all that bullshit, you don't use it. Most of it's fake anyway, but still. And then you go off jet setting out to college where you spend 4, 8, 10, depending on what you're going for, 4, 8, 10, 12 years in college. I can understand if you're being something technical, like maybe a nuclear physicist or doctor or a lawyer, whatever. Even then, a lawyer is just a professional liar anyway. But the rest of the stuff that you go to school for, you never really use. There's so many courses in school, but 90% of them are trash. Trash. So you go into debt for absolutely nothing. And now, most of the time, when you leave your college and you got your degree, 9 times out of 10, you don't even get a job in what you have a degree in. I've seen people who had mechanical degrees fucking working in retail or fast food joints. $50,000 in debt, which they would never pay back, especially on working at McDonald's. Hell no. You go into debt for nothing. We was all lied to. Our parents were lied to. Their parents were lied to on this whole American scam they call a dream. It all comes from a lack of the fear of Yah. If our parents feared the Lord, a lot of the things that would have done would have been different. If our parents taught us to fear Yah from the beginning of the age, like he told us to do, Way back in the land, he said, teach your kids about me because they won't know about me. You have to teach them about me. If our parents would have taught us the fear of Yah, our lives would have probably been a whole lot different. We'd have made a whole lot different decisions than the ones we made today, presently. Hey, shalom, Sister Nitya. Shalom. Shalom, April Showers. Nice to have you here, sister. But yeah, a lot of the things that we would have done, we probably wouldn't have done. But like I always say, it's Yah's will. You know, sometimes he don't want us to wake up too soon. He wants us to go through an experience and whatnot. And then he wake us up later, like he did with most of y'all. Some of y'all could have been born in the truth. Parents know who they are. They taught you who you are. Most people, majority of people, like my parents, my dad didn't believe. My mom did, sort of, kind of, but she was more of a Christian than anything. You know, love preachers and all this televangelism, TD Snakes and all these other Billy Graham and all these people she listened to on the TV. You know, and she kind of gave me like a watered down version of whatever that was, because she didn't even really know most of it, because she never studied the Bible like that. So you when you have parents that are confused like that, the kids are going to grow up confused, like I did. But I always say it's Yah's will. I don't question it. We all go through a different journey. Yah all, he puts us on a different path. And all I do is just praise Yah that he woke me up in the end. He woke me up. And of course, now I got to keep my end of the deal. But this all stems from that fear. And it's not a bad thing to have fear of Yah. Because Proverbs 8:13 says this. Here's what the fear of Yah makes you do. It says here, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth do I hate. So when you possess that fear, the qualities that come from that is you hate evil. So all of the stuff that the heathen are doing, these other nations, hell, even people in our own community, the things that they are doing, we hate that. That is what it is to be in the spirit. That is what it is to have fear of Yah. It works in your spirit to hate all evil. So all the bullshit that's happening around the world, all this LGBTQ element of K, blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit. We hate it. Bestiality. We hate it. Transgenderism. We hate it. Yah created a hierarchy. He created man to be man, female to be female. And he created a hierarchy. The Father, the Son, man, woman, child. That's what he created. And all we see now is people bucking against that system. We got the devil trying to put the female on top all over the place. And it's causing so much discord all over the earth. I hate that. Yah makes everything simple. Very simple. And the devil comes in and he whispers in people's ear to say, oh, you can do this. You don't got to do it that way. You can do it this way. And people listen. And it bugs me. Because then those same people try to rationalize why Yah's order is wrong and why their order is good. How do you rationalize away the Creator's order? He created you. You're breathing because of him right now. He can snap his fingers and you die. And yeah, you buck against the system? And I'm supposed to sit here as a man of Yah and go along with it? No. No. I will not go along with it. I refuse to go along with it. Never, ever, ever, ever. I like the way Yah made things. And all around me, all I'm seeing is a perversion of what he made. Man with man. Woman with woman. And these people are trying to push their culture onto me. I refuse to bow down to the LGBTQ, LMNOPQ, RSTUV, WX, Y, and Z. No. If you guys do not repent, you will go into the lake of fire forever with your daddy, Hashatan, and I will feel no sympathy. Everywhere I look, got these weird ass motherfuckers around. These weird people in my face telling me I should accept you. No, I will not accept you. I will never accept you. You want to be gay? Fine, do that away from me. If you do it in front of me, I will rebuke you. Family, it don't matter. Friends, it don't matter. You gay, stay away from me. That's how I like it. You're supposed to hate pride and arrogancy. How much of that are we seeing around the world right now? How much of that are we seeing? This pride, this arrogancy, because of this delayed judgment that Yah has saved up until his second coming. You see a whole bunch of people out there talking, kicking against the pricks, saying a whole bunch of stuff, but absolutely saying nothing. It's absolutely shameful, especially the people in our community. Boldly coming out saying there is no Messiah. Boldly. No fear, nothing. See, that's what happens. You don't have to fear Yah. Saying that, you would be scared to say that. Because you would think Yah going to strike you with lightning as soon as you say it. But Yah allows these heathen, yeah, I'm going to call them heathen. Even though Israelites, they still a heathen. You want to act like one, you're going to be called a heathen. How arrogant do you have to be to, number one, dismiss a whole part of the book of the Bible that apparently you believe in, and then say there is no Messiah? Oh, I'm Yah only. I'm the Father only. Funny thing is, the Father of the Old Testament is the same one you kicking against. Boy, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening on the day of judgment. Remember, you said you were Yah only, right? I am that man. I am him. Woo! I would love to see the looks on their faces, Yah willing, when Yah tells them, I am that father that you kicked against, and that son that you kick against. Yes, sir. I'm the father you believed in and the son you kick against. I'm all the same. I want to see the look before they get thrown in the lake of fire. Shalom, Sister August. Shalom. Yes, sir. What you put in there? 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Very simple scripture. Very simple. Yet, why do people kick against that scripture? Why? Why do people think they can tiptoe the line, straddle the fence, and not pick a side? You're either worldly or you're with Yah. There is no in between. Yah will spew you out of your mouth for your lukewarmness. He'd rather you be hot or cold. At least pick a side, nigga. Pick a side. You either fear me or you don't. And when you try to tell people this, they love to try to go in there and put themselves in like a gray area. No, there is no gray area. It's black or white. You fear me or you don't fear me. That's what Yah says. You're with the devil or you're with me. Pick a side, nigga. especially in the Christian church. There is no fear of Yah in there. They don't even talk about the fear of Yah in church. It's all lovey-dovey. He loves everyone. He loves everyone. He loves everyone. And why the hell did Yah create the brimstone? Yes, for his angels who rebelled. But then he said he's going to create for all the men who followed after Satan too. So where's the love for everybody? There is no love. There is no love for everybody. You follow me, you follow him and do the commandments. That's who he loves. If you're not doing the commandments, he don't love you. It's a very conditional relationship. Very conditional. You do this, you get this. You do that, you get that. Very simple. It's not, hey, yeah, you can do all that stuff, but I'm going to still love you. I hate the sin, but I love you. No, Christians. You wrong. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. And that goes back to that pride and arrogancy. How can you, as a preacher, be so arrogant to say something so bold that's not even in the Bible? Because he don't fear Yah, because the devil paying him. And he's spreading that BS to the sheep who are in his flock. And they're being poisoned by that doctrine. Millions of people are being poisoned by that doctrine. Christianity and Islam, the two of the biggest religions. Yah never created religion. He has commandments. And he says, if you love me, follow them. Very simple. John 14:15. Exactly, August Dreams. If you love me, keep my commandments. Very simple. How hard is that? People say, oh, the law's done away with. How arrogant do you have to be to say such a thing that does not exist? You see, we hate that. But people who don't fear Yah, they go along with what these preachers are saying. What these people, these atheists and all these other religions in the world, they go along with that because they don't have a fear of Yah. They don't have a relationship with the Father. They don't care. But let's hear what the duty of man is supposed to be. Ecclesiastes 12:13 says this. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Seems pretty clear. Seems like the Most High is giving us a to-do list of what we're supposed to do while we're here on this earth. To fear him and keep the commandments. But these people keep saying that the commandments are done away with. You don't got to keep the law. Jesus is the Sabbath. You don't got to keep that. What? Why would the Most High put this scripture in there if he does not want you not to keep it? You should say he did not come to abolish the law, but fulfill it. He had to fulfill the prophecies that were said by the prophets, that he told himself. Very simple stuff here. This is not rocket science. We're not learning how to build a robot here. Very simple. Fear God and keep the commandments. How hard is it to keep the commandments? There's only 10 of them. How hard is it to keep? Are we that foolish are we that foolish of people? Are we that foolish people? that we can't keep the commandments? Are we that lustful that we can't not have sex with a woman that's married? Many single women, you can't go and talk one of them up and marry them. You got to mess with a married chick. You can't go around and not kill somebody. You can't not cover your neighbor's wife. I mean, you can't not worship Yah only and no other gods. I mean, keep the Sabbath holy. We can't do this. We can't go around not being a kleptomaniac. I mean, we just got to steal everything in sight. We can't. Simple stuff. Simple. But yeah, people are so carnal that they tell you to keep in sin. They say, "Oh, we don't got to keep them." Absolutely blasphemous. Job 28:28. See what Job has to say about this. We all know he was righteous. And it reads, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. That goes back to that Proverbs 1:7. And to depart from evil is understanding. That is true understanding. True wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Remember, you don't do anything outside of Yah. Everything that you do, Yah allows it to happen, or Yah makes it happen. Nothing you have done in this life was without the Most High. Whether it was evil, and he allowed Hashatan to mess with you, or whether it was good, it was all Yah's will. But this is all Yah wants us to do, is to fear him. That is it. You know how much better the world would be if we all feared him? There would be no more fighting. There will be no more bloodshed. War will be nothing. Greed, arrogance, pride, vanity, all these things that exist in the world today would be gone. And that's what's going to happen when when Yah comes back, when his second coming. And he dismantles Babylon and all the people that drunk of that cup, fornication. When he gets rid of all that, that is what we're going to have in the land, righteousness. We're all going to fear Yah. Because he's going to be right there to enact judgment on your head if you don't. It's simple. Psalm 33:8 says this, let all the earth, not some, not a little bit, all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. But majority of the world says, I don't believe in him. There is no God. A lot of these people are saying, or they have their own God. How stupid can you be? Your gods, especially in these Hindu, in these Eastern religions, Buddha and all that bullshit, these things don't even move. They don't talk, they don't eat, they don't do nothing. They worshiping a damn statue. Somebody made it. Worshiping a statue made of man's hands. How foolish, prideful, and arrogant do you have to be to not one, forsake the Creator, but two, make something else completely up and say that's your God. That's almost as that is as foolish as when Aaron made that calf for the Israelites, because Moses was gone a long time up there on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. And they said, make us gods to Aaron. And Aaron, being the foolish one that he is, gave in and made him a calf, saying, this is the God that led you out of Egypt. Foolish. He sealed the deal right there on his fate right there. It's dumb. India wondering why they continue to be piled on by disaster after disaster, mudslides, flooding, earthquakes out there. They continue, but despite all of those judgments that Yah has on this land, they continue to be confounded and they continue to praise these gods. Rivers of dead bodies all in the Ganges River, all throughout the Ganges River, from all these disasters happening over there, and they are still arrogant and prideful enough to forsake the true creator of the world and still worshiping these stupid gods and holding festivals. I've seen these backwards bastards out there, and they wonder why their country is a damn shithole. And then they come to this country and they try to bring that bullshit over here. They've got a plethora of gods. I can't name them all. None of them do nothing. If those gods were real, then why the hell are they continuing to go through the hell that they're going through right now? Why are most of them so poor that they're shitting in the streets out there, taking a bath in that shit-infested water? Where they gods at to help them out? Oh, that's right. Their gods got it fake, but they're too prideful and arrogant to realize it, because the Most High has closed their eyes and ears to any understanding. It is Yah's will. Yah's going to destroy that place. China, all these other places, Yah going to destroy the hell out of them. A helpful sizing of judgment is coming upon them countries, as they are right now, little by little. Yes, sir, I've been. Jesus, white boy, Kid Rock, bar with the bar, the bang boogie. No, sorry, that ain't the real Jesus. I see all these Christians on Twitter. All you got to do is believe in Jesus. Yeah, but we know the Jesus you believe in ain't gonna help you, white boy, white girl. He ain't finna help you. That Neanderthal ain't coming down to save you. You finna see a black guy crack them skies, and you gonna be like, oh, shit. Those black people, they were right. Oh my God, gee willikers. Gee willikers. He black, white people, Asians, Latinos, Native Americans, all your gods are false. There's only one, and he black. Hell, even the Pope and them, they worship down to the black Messiah. They don't do it in front of you, but in the back, they pray and they worship down to a black Jesus and Mary. How's that for being double-minded? They doing one thing in the back and they telling y'all to do something else. Whew. And y'all stupid motherfuckers. Y'all see the pictures all over the place. It's all over Google. Simple Google search will help you. And you still go along with the lie. Why? Because he don't look like you. You don't want to worship somebody who don't look like you. Well, sorry, black people were here first. You light-skinned bastards. You guys are a new creation in the earth. Black people was here first. How is that much of a surprise? Oh, Adam and Eve were white. Bullshit. How can Adam and Eve produce black people? Oh, then that's when the Jehovah Witnesses come in and say, well, those white people, they were cursed with the curse of Ham and they became black. That is the reasoning but why there are black people on the earth. That's why you guys are a cursed people, and you were in slavery and everything like that, because God hates you. That is what the Jehovah Witnesses and the Mormons believe. I ain't lying. Go look up their trashy doctrine. That's what they say. God don't love us. The black people, he don't love us. Hilarious. Many scriptures in here to tell you otherwise. Why is it so hard for you people to understand that y'all has a people and those people happen to be black? Why can't you other nations realize this and stop being jealous? Just get in line. There ain't nothing to be jealous about. Y'all ruling right now. What makes y'all think y'all finna rule in the kingdom? Y'all are ruling right now. Whether you are a poor white boy or a rich white boy, it don't matter. Your kingdom is still here. You still have more rights over any black person. Whether you are trailer trash or you are a billionaire. You still have more rights than a black person. How about them apples? And to think that y'all gonna come in here because these other Christian preachers out there saying y'all gonna rule with us in the kingdom. No, we ain't kumbaya in the kingdom. No, sir. You will cleave to us, and you will be our handmaidens and handservants. A nice way of saying slave. Psalms 115, 5 and 8, August Dreams has in here. They have mouths, but they speak not. Yep. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusteth in them. And they wonder why all this stuff is happening in their countries. South America getting their ass handed to them. They believe in Mother Mary down there. Sorry. Mary ain't helping you. Especially white Mary. No. No, sir. The fear of the Lord will come back. It will reign supreme when he comes back for his second coming. We will all fear the Lord. We will all praise him forever and ever. Why? Because he deserves it. He didn't have to save any one of us. We've all sinned. We were born in sin. We already transgressed the law. Being born. He didn't have to save any one of us, whether you heathen or whether you Israelite. He had to save nobody. But he loved his people, and he was not going to cast them out. So he created a remnant in Israel. And also he created a remnant in the other heathen nations. There are heathens out there who know who we are. They follow the commandments. They follow the black Messiah. Yah has created them to be our slaves. How harsh that may sound, it's irrelevant. We ain't finna work one day in the kingdom. We are going to rest. We have been back and forth, antsy feet for millennia, for thousands of years, in and out of slavery, in our longest captivity yet, since 70 AD. Yah says, I'm going to put you to rest. You're going to rest, my people. I'm going to give you slaves, and they going to build up the waste cities, the desolate cities. They going to do it. You're going to rest. And you're not going to be afraid no more. I mean, very simple. But when you tell other nations that, they get mad. It's the Bible say it. Don't get mad at me, get mad at the Bible. But they can't get mad at the Bible because that means they will have to get mad at the Most High. And they can't do nothing to him. So they go rather do something to somebody that they can do something to, which is another man or woman, another flesh and blood person. Because they can't do nothing with Yah because they know Yah will destroy them. So they go to the next big thing, a man and a woman. They shoot the messenger. Exact same thing will happen to the prophets. They were only saying what Yah told them to say. And they couldn't take it. They couldn't take it up with the Most High. So they went and beat up on the prophets and killed the prophets. That is what man does. So arrogant. No damn well they ain't going to touch a creator. So they'll touch somebody that they can touch. But Yah says this. Matthew 10:28. Right out of his own mouth. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Clears that right on up, right? These people here, whether they're of our own community or other heathen nations, they can only affect our body. They can't do nothing with our soul. They kill us, that's it. They can only kill us one time. But the Most High can bring us up again and kill you a second time. Throw you in that lake of fire. So it's best to go through this persecution, whatever persecution that's about to happen on this earth. It's coming. If Yahushua had to go through it, we're going to have to go through it. If the prophets went through it, we're going to have to go through it. If the apostles went through it, we're going to go through it. Persecution is coming. You got to be ready to die for this shit. I am. I told Yah, I'm like, Yah, I ain't going back into the world. I'm dying in your name. I'm not going back. I am not. I refuse to go back to my own vomit. I said, Yah, I'm dying for this word, if it comes out to be, if it is in your will. I'm not going back to the heathen way. No. You're going to have to kill me. I ain't taking no mark. That's coming up on the horizon. Whatever they're trying to do with this war, to kill a cash system, to make prices go up so they can introduce their world currency, whatever, let it happen. Most High said it has to happen. Let it happen. I don't care. I'm applauding everything that they doing, that the heathen are doing right now. Gas prices going up. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get to the New World Order. We know it's happening, but yet we got Christians out there talking about it, talking against the New World Order, talking about we got to stop the New World Order. You can't stop, Yah, baby. You can't stop it. It's going. And this is what happens when people don't know the book. You keep fighting against the book. The book always gonna win. The book is perfect. Yah is batting 1,000. He hasn't been wrong yet. And he never will be. So stop fighting against it. And go along with the flow. Like I'm doing. Or other people who are in the truth are doing. We see all the stuff. We see the writing on the wall. I'm applauding it. I ain't scared. I ain't scared because I know this stuff has to happen. Persecution is going to be coming. Jacob's trouble is on the way. Why are we scared? Why we got people out there scared? Y'all going to protect you. He'll put you in Goshen. If it is in his will, ain't nothing they going to do nothing to you. Now, he may allow you, just like he allowed those apostles to get that whooping. But even then, they praised him afterwards. Can we do the same? Some people he may allow to escape. Others he may keep for a testimony, to be a witness. You may die. They may throw you in jail. They may kill you, cut your head off. But you got to be strong and fear Yah. They can only kill you once. They chop your head off. That's it. What they going to do? What they gonna do after that? You gone. You done. You sleep. They can't do nothing to you afterwards. It is what it is. If they cut my head off, it is what it is. They shoot me, hey, at least I'm going down in this truth with knowledge of Messiah and make that first resurrection. Why are we so scared to die out here, man? Why are we scared to die? We only sleep. That's all it is. It's one big old sleep. You do it every night. You do it every night. You're literally dead every night. And y'all wake you up every day. It's literally a resurrection every day. If you think about it like that. You go to sleep, you die. You die every night. You don't know what's going on around you when you sleep. You're in a whole nother realm or whatever. You dream. You don't know what happened. And then Yah wakes you up. Your alarm goes off, but your alarm does not wake you up. Yah wakes you up. Because you could be dead and your alarm could be going off. And you never wake up. So you better hope if you do die, that you know this truth. That you in this truth. April Showers, there are a lot of Christians out there that teach against the book. A lot of the televangelists, they teach against the book. A lot of these big churches, they teach against the book. A lot of Christians out there, they believe that you don't got to do the law. They believe we're going to be kumbaya with white people in all nations in the kingdom. They believe this. The preachers don't tell them that, hey, there's going to be a hierarchy. They don't tell them that. Why? Because then the white people and all the other nations they got inside their church or camp or whatever, they will disappear. And if they disappear, then that means they're going to lose a chunk of money. So it makes sense for them, money-wise, to continue to lie and say we all kumbaya. We are not equal. Israelites, so-called black people, we are above all nations. Whether the other nations accept that or not is irrelevant. The Most High has said this out of his own lips. Now, we don't go around stomping on people because we're superior or anything like that. But the Most High has made a separation, a distinction between us and them. And Christians don't believe this. They believe everybody's equal, but it's not true. A lot of Christians are not taught about the true hierarchy, or not taught about who the true Israelites even are. They don't even teach that. T.D. Jakes knows the truth. Creflo Dollar knows the truth. But do they tell their congregation? No, because then there will be no other nations in there. It'll just be black people. And even then, most black people are so ingrained into wanting to be around other nations that they won't believe it themselves. You could tell a black person right now, hey, you're an Israelite, you're not a Gentile. And they will fight you because they don't want to have anything for themselves. They have been indoctrinated into thinking that they want to be with Massa. They worship these other nations, which is why you see a lot of interracial dating and marriages inside the Christian community. Because they say, oh, you can love whoever you want, but the Most High doesn't want that. The Most High made Asian people for Asian people, Japanese for Japanese, Hindus for Hindus, Arabians for Arabians, Pakistan for Pakistani, African for African, Israelite man, Israelite woman, white people, white man, Spanish man, Spanish woman, whatever. They all supposed to stay within their own community. That's how the Most High created it. But the devil has said, nah, y'all can love who you want to. And people have gone with it. Now you have all these kids out there confused. They don't know which side to go with because they're confused. That is why Yah said, that's why Yah had everybody in their own land to prevent this confusion. And he's going to do it again when he comes back. He's going to separate everybody in their own lands again. just like he did in the beginning after the Tower of Babel. He's going to do it again. Israelites are going to be in their own land. They're going to be strangers cleaved onto them from other nations that will be our slaves. And then the other nations, they're going to be in their own land with their own people. And that's how it's going to be for eternity. Yah has a separation for a reason, and he's going to go back to that. The Bible says it. That is all I was saying. But no kumbaya. I understand that, April. I'm glad you wanted the different ones. But I'm saying the more, I'm just going by the majority. The wicked Christians, the ones who don't listen to the law, who don't listen to the book. That is what I'm saying. I'm glad you're not one of them. All praises. Yeah, they will fight you. Black people will fight you if you say, my dad, he fought me. He said, oh, Jesus is he's all colors. What does that even mean? He's all colors. Yah is not a rainbow. How can a person be all colors? How can a person be everything? That doesn't make any sense. If my parents are black, I'm black. I'm not black, white, Asian, all this. No, I'm black. If his parents were black, Israelites, because he is an Israelite. That's what a lot of Christians don't teach. He is an Israelite. Israelites are black people, so-called black people of the day. So if his parents were black, what is he? It's very simple. Very, very simple. We got to get out of that Jesus loves everybody thing, man. It is very, and that comes from no fear of Yah, because you're not even reading his words, his book. Nothing. And Proverbs 14:27 says this: the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. What is death? Sin. Sin is what? The wages of sin is death. So if you fear Yah, you're not going to sin. So why do Christians always say, they'll go to church on Sunday, not even the Sabbath. They'll go to church on Sunday, and then they'll go and sin all the rest of the week. Go out to the club, watch football, and all that crap immediately after service. Go right back into their worldly life right after service, and go back to doing the bullshit that they're into. And then come back on Sunday and act like you love him. Yah says if you fear him, it's a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death. Sin. If you fear Yah, you're not going to sin. You're going to keep the commandments. You're going to believe this book 100%. You're not going to be like, oh, there is no Messiah. You're not going to twist scriptures. You're not going to make up doctrines. You're not going to do any of that. You're going to follow this book 100%. That is what the fear of Yah does. And that is what's lacking in the world today. That's why this world is chaos. In our community and all the other heathen nations, they're all going crazy right now. Murder, adultery, divorce, all this stuff. Because number one, they don't know Yah. And number two, they don't fear him. It's plain and simple. It's all in the book. He speaks about it throughout the entire book, to fear him and what fearing him means. But everybody wants to be their own God. You got these Kemet people out there saying, you're a God, you're a God, you're a God. No, you're not. What have you done? How are you a God? You still wipe your ass. You still got to go to sleep. If you're a God, you won't need no sleep. That's a fleshly thing. Number one, you won't need to have sex. That's a fleshly thing. If you're a God, you will be able to not die. But yet, how many of these Kemet dudes are dying? Where's your godhood then, huh? If you're a God, you can do all these miracles. What miracles is these Kemet niggas doing? These conscious dudes doing? Nothing. I don't see no miracles from them. What are they doing? What are they doing? I don't see none of them dudes super strong. I don't see them flying. I don't see him running real fast. I don't see him creating stuff out of thin air. I don't see them making stuff. I don't see them making rain, making tornadoes. I don't see him doing nothing. But yet the Most High does. The Most High does this every single day. So what God are you? And again, their lack of fear of the Lord to say something so arrogant that you are a God and tell somebody else that they're a God. Huh. Yes, April. I understand. That is where the fear of the Lord comes from. That fear of hell, being terrified of hell, that comes from being scared of Yah, fear of the Lord. Because if you didn't fear Yah, you wouldn't be, you'll be like, hell is whatever. It is what it is. Especially with the way that a lot of people describe hell to be. They say it's a state of mind. They don't even say it's a fire no more. It's a state of mind. Huh? Where is that in the scriptures? It's a state of mind. It just means God doesn't love you. You're not going into a hellfire. It's a state of mind. They try to make it be some mystical bullshit, some new agey type of a new agey type of place. What? See what these white people do? They make up bull crap like this every day. I got to see this stuff on Twitter every day. I just shake my head. Unconscious. Hey, shalom, Sister Eve. Yeah, they are falling one by one, Akben. Oh, yeah, I got hell is a planet. The planet of misery. The planet of misery with Yashkara. Planet of misery. Nothing in the scriptures that talk about that. Zero. He said it's a planet of misery. Man, oh man. Boy, I tell you, we got a lot of agents. Whether he's an agent or whether he's just extremely foolish, I don't know. Does he have knowledge? Yeah, they have knowledge. But it's what they do with it that matters. When you start saying bull crap like this, that's when pride and arrogancy comes in. To be so arrogant to talk about a planet of misery when it has nothing to do with the scriptures whatsoever. To boldly say that and then let people believe that that exists. You are literally having blood on your hands. All these people, all these fake Israelite teachers, they got blood on their hands because they are leading people astray. I don't care about how passionate you sound. If you wrong, you wrong. I don't care how much you yell in the mic. It doesn't matter how high your voice goes. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It's high time for a lot of them to humble down and just admit that. But if they admit it, they scared that they're going to lose their subscribers. That money is too addicting. They're more afraid of losing money than afraid of going to hell. They fear money more than they fear Yah. Ain't that something? And they teach about Yah. They teach about Yah, but they scared more of losing money, losing subscribers by telling the truth. Than telling the truth. I mean, come on. If you fear Yah and you know that Yah will provide, why don't you just tell the truth? Fakers, posers, just tell the truth. But then you got to think, if they're not telling the truth or anything, they don't fear Yah. Even though they teach out the book, they don't fear him. Just like the preachers in the church. They're literally alike. They're the same thing. They're the same wolves in sheep clothing. There are so many agents out there, it's insane. So many agents. There's so many. No wonder why so many people, they get in this truth and then they immediately go out. Because of all these agents, they're literally scaring people away. Especially them camps. Especially the camps. Because that's how most people find out about the truth anyway, is these damn camps out there in the streets. And then they get into these camps and whatnot, and then they find out it's another cult. It's a Christianity cult. Most of them don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe in Messiah. Yeah, only a lot of these camps. That 12 tribe chart, that abominable creation made by a man, and they worship that damn chart so they can fulfill the lust of going after these other nations. No fear. No fear of Yah. Dude back in the 60s. What was his name? Who created him? Arya? I think that's his name. How arrogant do you have to be like, I had a dream and this is what the Most High told me? Knowing that it's complete bullshit. And to confidently say that in front of your camp and say, this is what the Most High showed me. Whoo! Boy, they got judgment on their head. Judgment on their head. Boy, when they wake up after death and they got to be right in the face of Yah, whoo! And he goes down the list and tell them what you did. All the things you said. And then enact that judgment. And tell them angels to take you away. Throw you down to the pit. Woo! Hey, shalom, Sister Amina. Shalom. It's insane. You got a couple more scriptures in here. John 15:10. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love. Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Can't get no simpler than this. Why is it so hard? Can't get no simpler. Dang, Og Ben, young Pharaoh, he in jail? Dang. Ha! Where that God shit at, huh? You couldn't magically take yourself out them handcuffs and make yourself just disappear? I love it. I love it. Joshua 24:14. Now therefore, fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth. That's the key word, sincerity and in truth. A lot of people are vain. A lot of people are vain in their faith. And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. It's simple. Look how simple that is, August. I mean, how you going to be a Christian and yet you still celebrate all these holidays? That's the thing that gets me. These Christian churches out there, they still celebrate Christmas and Halloween, even though they call it trunk or treat or any of these other, names to mask up the paganism. They serve all these things. Easter, they don't call it Passover. It's Easter, which serves the god Ishtar. New Year's Eve, which serves the Roman two-headed god Janus. Valentine's Day, which is just another Roman pagan thing of, was it Lupercalia, something like that? And then all the other ones. Now you got Leprechaun Day coming up. They have no idea what St. Patty's Day really means. You got this day coming up where you wear all green, be like a leprechaun, another creature that never existed. Oh boy! Philippians 4:19. But my God shall supply all your need according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. Now unto God and our Father be glory forever and ever. Amen. He give you everything. Nothing you ever got. A lot of these people think they're blessed. But Satan do blessings too. They forget about that. He's a God of this world. He's not the God. He's not the true God, of course. But Most High has given him a little bit of authority here. But even then, he has to go to the Most High to ask for permission to mess with this person. Or the Most High tells him, hey, do something to that person. Or do something to this one. Kill him. I mean, whatever. Satan blessed too. Hell, Satan was trying to give Yahusha, when he was down here, he was trying to give him everything. He's like, I'll give you everything if you bow before my feet. Like, no. Get out of here. Why can't people do that? I get it. See, the funny thing is, most people are not content with what they have right now. They're not content. Even rich people are not content with what they have. They want more. Greed, which comes from a lack of, which comes from to fill a void. And that void is the fear of Yah. Because if you fear Yah, then you will trust in Yah to provide. Yah may not want you to be super successful. He may not want you to make 6 figures, be a millionaire. He may allow that for some people. Some may go through the cracks, but for the most part, Yah don't really make his people rich like that. If you got a car, you got a house over your head, food in the fridge, a bed to sleep in, warmth, cool AC when it's hot outside, a job to give you some shekels to pay your bills. What's wrong with that? Why do people want more than that? Why do people try to overextend themselves? It's my thing. I'm as minimalist as you can be. I don't like to buy a lot of stuff, especially clothes-wise. I buy socks. I got shoes. I've got shirts, hoodies, things for different weather types. And that's it. Why do people got like whole clothes, wardrobe? Like they want to walk in Kim Kardashian closet and shit with shoes up to the ceiling that they will never wear. Why? Why do you want that? Why do people try to be like the Joneses? The Joneses is broke, by the way. Most white people are broke. I see it all over Reddit and Twitter. These gas prices are killing them. They are broke. They make all these high-powered jobs and they got all these high-powered jobs and money, but guys, they broke. They got doctors out there who make a lot of money, but they broke. They are broke. Don't let the charade fool you. White people may be in charge, but that's only like 1% who actually have anything. The other 99% are broke. Broke. You may see them driving around in the Benz and everything like that, but I've read all the stories on Twitter, social media. They broke. They trying to just keep appearances. That's all it is. They broke. The other nations are broke. They broke. Besides the billionaires that are all around, most of the people in the world are broke. They broke. Brad is broke. Chong Lee is broke. Juan is broke. They are broke. They are dying inside. Some people don't even know if they're going to be able to pay rent now with how high gas prices are, especially now with the commute. And Joe Biden telling everybody to go back to work now, especially with the gas prices up. Now they got to go back to work and you got to go sit in traffic for an hour and a half or whatever, wasting gas. And you got to spend so much money on gas. They are broke. They broke. Don't buy the hype. Don't look at the social media. It's all a smoke screen. They broke. You may see them going on trips and everything, but they broke. They maxing out their credit cards to go to these. You see these people with all these shoes and fancy cars and everything. They are maxing out credit. They don't got the actual money. They gonna be in debt forever. They gonna be in debt for the rest of their life, especially if they went to school. Then they got 6-figure loans they gotta pay back. Yeah, they may be driving around in the Benz. They got a nice house. They may be having all these new iPhones and all that stuff, the coolest, nicest clothes and suits and everything. But inside, him and the wife, they contemplating shooting up themselves. That's why you see all these people, these white folks shooting up their whole families. They shooting up their whole families. Why? Because they broke. They cannot do the appearance no more. It is killing them inside. It kills them. Trust me. With white folks, when they grow up, and they're growing up and everything, their parents tell them, hey, we run this world. But when they're expectations don't get matched with what's going out there, they get mad. That's why they kill themselves. That's why these white folks are killing themselves now. The suicide rates are high amongst white folks today in 2022. It's high. They are killing themselves. They're killing their families. They don't care. They're on antidepressants. They drink wine and get drunk every day to escape the reality that being white isn't what it's cracked up to be. They thought they was going to be living like Jeff Bezos, but they living in a trailer. That's behind the veil right there. White folks, you may see them outside. You may look at them at work. They may be dressed to the nines or whatever. They may look fancy, new hairdo, but they broke. They using credit. They ain't got no money because all their money is going back to pay the debt. So the only thing they can do to keep up with appearances is apply for more credit cards. Some of these people got like 20, 25 credit cards, and they almost all of them are maxed. That's why they're killing themselves. I'm white. I'm supposed to be rich. I'm supposed to have a mansion. I'm supposed to have black slaves. That's what their parents teach them. That's the thinking that they get. You can be whatever you want to be, Billy, when you grow up. You could do whatever you want to do. Yeah, Billy's living in a fucking studio closet in New York City paying $3,000 rent. And he's working for Joe Schmo for damn near minimum wage. That is the reality. People say, oh, go to New York City. Go to New York City. I've seen New York City. Overrated, trashy, dirty, smelly, way too many people. The cost of rent is too high. You're paying $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month for a walk-in closet. There you go. There's your house. And they get away with it because it's New York City. Browse through Craigslist. Browse through apartments.com and just go to New York City and just look up apartments. You'll see. I do this stuff all the time. Now, I get a kick out of this stuff. It's entertaining to me. Just look up New York City. Just look it up. Look at the studios. That's the one I would look for. Look up studios and then see what you really get, and then you paying $2,000, $3,000 a month. Same out there in San Francisco and all these other places. Miami, I'm glad I'm out of there. Miami is so expensive, and even then, if you want to live in the hood, that's expensive too. So I say I praise y'all for moving me out of Miami. I pay $600 a month for a decently sized apartment for one person. $600. That's it. That's less than a fifth of the cost. And my place is bigger than these places in New York. Ain't that something? Ooh, why are white men most at risk? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Let me open that up. Let's see what that's all about. I can't open it under here. I got to go on my own stuff here. That's funny, though. Let me read that out. Let me pull up this article here. Why white men are at risk. It says, chances are you've been touched by suicide in some way. No, not me. Which is no surprise. The statistics are alarming. It's the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. with 1.38 million suicide attempts a year, according to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Perhaps most unsettling is that 90% of those who died by suicide had a diagnosable mental health condition at the time of their death. There are some stark disparities in both gender and race when it comes to suicide. Men die by suicide 3.6 times more often than women. Yeah, men go through it all. Twice as high among whites compared to African Americans or Asians and Pacific Islanders. The result, white men account for nearly 70% of suicide deaths. I just told you why. They broke. Their expectations didn't match up with reality. Mommy and daddy said you could be whatever you want, Billy, Chad, Brad. You can do whatever you want. We own the world. We run this world. Not forgetting to say that the only people that run this world are the top 1% white people that run the world. The rest are just collateral damage. The rest of y'all white folks is just collateral damage. They don't care about y'all. The top 1% of your own people don't give two shits about y'all. Y'all just collateral. They only see y'all as collateral damage. They don't care nothing about y'all. You guys are a totally different creature to the elite white 1% at the top. 99% of white people broke. They will never ever reach six figures, most of them. And even if they do, they still got to worry about all kinds of debt. They still got to pay back all that debt. They still got to pay it back. Then think about it. The stuff that you got to do to go up the corporate ladder. You got to kiss ass. You got to kiss ass. You got to do all this stuff, belittling things as a man to move up the corporate ladder, to even sniff at any type of senior position. You got to basically be a bitch to these high up dudes. How that gonna make you feel, man? As a man, you got to go tell another man, you got to do all these things another man tell you to do. And you got to like it. Even if you disagree with it, you got to do it because you want to move up in the company so bad. Because you're white. It's your privilege. No wonder why they're killing themselves. And then most of them, they can't get to that spot anyways. If they don't got the connections, they don't get to that spot anyways. The most they'll ever be is middle America. Middle class. And that's not enough for the white person. Becky don't like being middle class. Becky wants to be upper middle class. Becky wants to shop at Prada all day. That's what Becky wants to do. But most Becky, they can't get that. So they unsatisfied too. It's a mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. Number one, because most of the white people, the white women, they don't even like their own men. That's another reason why they mad too, that the white man is mad. Their women like Tyrone more than they do. They only see Brad, if he's not one of the top 1% Brad, if he's just an average Brad, they don't even see him they'll probably get with him if he has status. Other than that, they don't care about the sexual appeal. The sexual appeal comes from Tyrone. So now they feel inadequate, money-wise and sexually. That fuels the hate toward the black man from the white man. From Brad. He hates Tyrone. Because Tyrone's stealing their women. Stealing their women. So Brad is just feeling inadequate all over. Especially if he finds out his wife was sleeping with a black man. Cheated on him with a black man. Oh, he killing the whole family after that. Oh, no. Brad don't stand for that. Well, he may try to lynch the dude. Who the hell knows? But that's Brad for you. That is Brad. And then you got the Asians and everything too. Their women don't even like them. Their women want their women want Brad more. So the Asian man, they're just bowing out of the game entirely. That's why you got the herbivores over there in Japan who are not even getting in relationships no more. So their population is literally going backwards. They're not making any babies out there. They're literally paying dudes to go on dates with women. That's how bad it's getting out there in China, in Japan, South Korea. They got to pay dudes to go out and have sex with the women or to try to, increase the population. But the dudes don't even want to do it no more because the women don't, number one, they're settling, they say. They want Brad. But Brad don't even want Mei Ling like that. Brad wants Becky. But Becky won't stop. You see what it's a horrible circle. Everybody's just mad. Everybody's just mad. And this all comes from no fear of Yah. This all stems back to that one thing. No fear. This is what we got. Chaos. It's insane. I feel you on that, Ogben. I feel you. I feel you. It's a crazy circle, man. It's an insane circle that goes on that I've been witnessing over the years. It's a crazy circle. Brad wants Becky, but Becky wants Tyrone. Tyrone will only use Becky for sex, but even then, he wants the daughter of Zion. Most men are married to black women, but now we got black women. Now they want Brad, or they want to go out to date Juan and Chong Lee. They want to see what it's like on the other side of the field, and now they're seeing what the black man had to go through when we went out to the other nations. Now they're getting killed. Now black women are getting killed out there. How many deaths are we getting now for black women getting killed by white dudes they trying to date? That's going up too, right? Now black women are feeling this. They're feeling the sting. It's a crazy thing. All y'all says is to stay with your own people. But we can't do that because the devil says you can have it all. You can love who you want to. Now we got all this craziness going around. All stems because nobody wants to listen to y'all because nobody fears the Most High. They don't want to do it, Akben. The men have given up. They have given up. Why? Because even if they do get a woman of Asian, they're Asian woman or whatever, even if they do it, the women are secretly craving Brad. The women, they will feel like they're settling, and they will always keep an eye open for Brad. And they will, if Brad comes along, they will sweep them off their feet. They will leave in a heartbeat. This is why you got so much divorce. This is why y'all hates divorce. Because we got all these people commingling with each other. We got all these racists commingling. If you never knew what a white person even looked like in your country, then you would never desire them. But the only reason you desire them is because it's like a forbidden fruit. And Asians are very, very strict when it comes to intermarrying. Very. They will disown you if you marry outside the race. They will disown you. So that's why the women, they move out of their country and they come to America and they never go back. And they go out and get Brad, but Brad really don't like Mei Ling like that, like I said, and he would always just be cheating on her with a Becky or even a black chick. But even then, those relationships are always purely physical. Any relationship outside of your own race is a fetish. And I will attest to that. It is a fetish. You only want what is considered taboo. It's a fetish. This is why none of these relationships ever last. Once the sex is dried up, what do you got? What does Brad have in common with Mei Ling, except for his people bombing the hell out of Japan in 1945? I mean, what do they have in common? What does a black man and a white woman have in common after the sex is dried up? What do they talk about? Reparations? Ha! Yeah, right. No. You gonna talk about Black Jesus? Oh, hell nah. She gone after that. Oh, no. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Stay with your own people, man. Stay with your own people. Y'all wising me up for that. I'm glad he took me out of them Gentile relationships I was in. Those other nations. I'm done. I have closed my heart off, my flesh off to that nonsense. I'm done. Israelite or bust. For me, if I ever get into another relationship again, it will be with an Israelite woman. And the crazy thing is, this all stemmed back from when I first tried to date a black girl. And that was back in when I was 22, 14 years ago. And we was cool. You know, her daddy was Haitian. Her mom was Brazilian, Afro-Brazilian. She was black. She was a black Brazilian. They had the same relationship as my parents. They loved each other. Mom, the mom catered to the man loved the woman. It was a good. I'm like, well, okay, I may get a good one. First time, I came over her house, she cooked me dinner and everything. She cooked the whole family dinner, actually. I'm like, damn, I got a good one. And then she broke my heart when she went back to her abusive white boy. I was like, what? What happened? I'm like, I thought we was cool. And she like called me. She's like, I only see you as like a brother or something like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I hung up the phone. I mean, it didn't really do anything to me. It was just like, damn. So that's it, And then after that, that kind of fueled me to go to these other ones. I guess it only took one time to do that. I guess most highs will, whatever you want to call it. But still, craziness. I never stopped loving my people. But it just always felt like it just always felt as if we were like on two different planets. But that's what happens, man, when you don't have a culture. When you don't have a culture and everybody tells you to date anybody who you want to date, this is what happens. It creates a divide between the man and the woman when you don't have that fear of Yah. This is why we're so disconnected as Israelite men and Israelite women. We are so disconnected because we don't have that heritage to go by, that culture. So we take whatever we are, whatever these other nations tell us that we are, we take it and go. It all stems back from no fear of Yah. It all stems back. All this stuff is connected to each other. It's connected to each other. It's sad. Yeah, she went back to a heathen, man. One who she would always talk to me about him, and he would beat her and everything, and she went back to that, and I was like, wow. Told you, man, them heathen. That's how those relationships are with the black man or with the white man and the black woman. That's what they do behind the scenes. Those heathen are abusers. A lot of black women don't come out and say it, but a lot of those relationships are very abusive. Very. It's crazy. It's sad. But hey, Yah's will. I don't complain about it. It just made me who I am today. That's how I see it. I hold no ill will to all that stuff. It is what it is. Let the past be the past. But we do need to come back and we do need to fear the Father. That is why there's so much chaos in our community. No fear. You got guys, you got black dudes out there kissing men openly, dressing like women. You got women out there openly lesbian, loving it, dressing like men, tattoos, gold teeth, chains, talking like men. Influencing the next generation into their garbage. The fear of Yah needs to be brought back into our community and fast. Well, a lot of these people are going to end up dying forever in the lake of fire. But we all know 66% of these heathen, I will call them heathen, are going to die of our community. It's sad, but hey, it is what it is. If they don't repent from the garbage that they're doing, whether it be celebrity or your average black man or black woman on the street, they going to hell. There is nothing else to say about that. They going to the lake. You try to tell our people about Yah, and they look at you stone face. Stiff-necked people. Try to tell my parents about Yah. Blah blah blah. I can just hear the frustration in their voice as they're talking to me. They're like, "Oh my God, we're talking about this shit again." And they try to quickly move on to other subjects, and I just shake my head, and I'm just like, if they don't repent, they going to hell. I even know I do pray for them, but it's not up to my prayers to do anything. It's up to Yah. My prayer does nothing. Now Yah can hear it, and he can act on it, but my prayer did not do anything. Yah is the only one who can save them, who can save your family. Who don't believe. I know there's a lot of our family out there who don't believe. It's a very lonely walk. It's just me. I used to talk to my cousin. They were all about this truth and everything too, like that. I haven't heard from them in almost 2 months. They don't call me like they used to. They're gone. Y'all got them away from me too. Maybe he don't gotta. Maybe he don't. We're not aligned on the same path. I don't know. My parents. I mean, I talked to them. I haven't talked to my dad since the last time we fought. When he got mad about me for talking about the Bible. And we fought. I haven't talked to him since. That was like 2 months ago almost. I talked to my mom, but even then, those talks just feel forced. Like I don't even talk to them about Yah no more. Like even if I do talk to her, I don't talk to her about Yah no more or any of that stuff. I mean, I just don't. I'm just like, you know what? If it's Yah's will to wake them up, he will wake them up, and they will come and they will seek me, and they will ask about the word. But until then, it's just a calm and cordial, hey, how you doing? How's life down there? You guys good? All right. I'm good up here too. All right. I'll talk to you later. That's literally what it is, and it's sad. Your own family, man. It's people you're supposed to be so close to, and you're supposed to be able to tell them everything. And they want to talk to you. My parents don't call me. I got to call them. I live in Missouri. They live in Florida. They don't call me. I have to be the one to call. My mama will call. I guess if we go too long without talking. But I have to be the one to do it. I have to be the one to talk to them. My cousins all have my number. I haven't heard from any of them. Uncles, aunties, all of them. Not a peep. Ain't it sad that you may be the only one out of your whole family who don't believe to make it in the kingdom? Whew. Whew, 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 whew. Damn. Well, y'all was not lying when he said he's going to put that division. Came to bring that sword in that division. He wasn't lying. And I got y'all. I got the CUC family. That's it. That's it. Y'all the only ones that I talk to every day about the word. I can't talk about this stuff to anybody else. Obviously, I don't talk about it at work. Heathen. They don't care. I'm not there to save them. Whatever. I really don't care about them. I care about my people. But other than that, y'all are the only ones I got, man. That's it. I don't got nobody else to talk to about this stuff. It is a lonely, lonely, lonely walk. Especially for somebody who, if you came from the truth, you came into the truth and you was popular and you had friends and, you was a social butterfly and you had a bunch of friends and you come in this truth and they all disappear. That's not me. I've never been a social butterfly. I've always been a lone wolf. But even then, the friends that I did have, I don't talk to them because they're worldly. Any of the things that I talk about would not make any sense to them. I can't put the fear of Yah into them when they don't want to hear the word. The Most High is the only one who can put the fear into people. But the Most High, he only has his chosen. And we're already chosen. We're already here. He's already picked them up from the beginning of the world. Since before he created the world, he already had a set number of people he was going to save. Since he knows the whole future. He had a set number of people who he was going to save. He knew he was going to save Noah and his people. He knew he was going to save Abraham. They're going to make a covenant with them. He knew he was going to save Isaac and then Jacob and then have the 12 tribes. He knew we was going to sin over and over and over again, and he still picked us. But then he knew at a certain point he was going to have to make a separation, 1/3, and then the rest into the flames. And of those 1/3, he already picked us. He already picked us. We don't know who he picked. Who else he picked, that's up to him. That's his counsel. But that's going to be a very small number. Very small number. For example, if it's 100 million Israelites, we know it's probably more than that. But let's just say it was 100 million. 33 million of the Israelites are going to be saved. The other 60s, the other rest of them, 66.6, 66.7, done, going away with. That's just a smaller scale. If we go larger, that's even more people that he never chose, that he literally only created to show his wrath. Whew. That's why when I see people out there and, they keep going back and forth, it's like, hey, man, don't know. He may have just been created to die, to be destroyed, created to be thrown in the flames, man. It's a very sober thing to think about, which is why communicating with a lot of people all it does is create confusion, and it just pisses people off. Because everybody says, "Oh, he loves everybody. He's not going to do that, blah blah blah," but he's going to do it. He already separated his people. He already has his people already, wherever they are on the earth, whether they are still in the world and they're not ready to be awakened just yet. He already picked them. That's it. It's done. There is no being able to change his mind and being able to become a vessel of honor. If he was a vessel of dishonor, you can't just jump over to the vessel of honor side of the table. If you're created to be a vessel of dishonor, then there's nothing you can do, and that is the scary thing about the sovereignty of the Most High. That is the thing. That is the pill that nobody, or a lot of people, can't swallow. Even in this truth, I try to talk to people about that, Israelites and whatever, and they just seem dumbfounded, confounded by that, even though it's in the scriptures. If Yah created you to be somebody, just like he created the Pharaoh, he literally created that exact Pharaoh to drown in the Red Sea, to drown. He created him to drown. He knew he wasn't going to let his people go, even though he was the one who hardened the heart in the first place. Yah literally created that character just to show his power, and then throw him in the trash after it was done. Whew. Woo! Whoo, man. And this is why I don't try as hard to convince people to wake up to Yah, to fear him. I say it once, and then I keep it moving. If they was chosen by Yah, then Yah will work his magic and do his thing, and they will wake up to the truth, and they will come over to the side. But if not, they going into the flames forever. It's sad to hear. It's a very sad thing to say. Was that Matthew 19 and 29? And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Yep, those are the people. That's the crazy part. Like, I still pray for my family and everything like that. But, you know, a part of me, it just another part of me saying, hey, y'all separated me because he gonna kill them all. I don't. I know it's a horrible thing to think about and everything like that, but it's like y'all separated me. He put me into the middle of the whole country, left all my family there. Like all my family, they live down there in, in the southeastern part of the country. Left all of them there, separated me from all of them to the middle of the country, in cracker country, no less. Middle of the country, he did all of that, and he separated me because he don't want them to be around me because he's going to destroy them or something. That I hate thinking about it, but another part of me that's what it comes out to. And I hate thinking about that stuff like that, but it's like, it's a sobering thing. And that's what being about then, and that's one of the things about being in this truth. It's about realizing all these truths, not just the good stuff you want to hear, but also about the bad. Because everybody would just wants to have their ears, their ears itched and all that stuff. And hey, talk about all the good things. How you guys are good. You guys are going to be praised, blah, blah, blah. You got to bless. But the bad stuff, nobody ever thinks about or talks about. You never hear churches talking about the judgment of Yah when he coming back for a second coming. You never hear Creflo Dollar talking about Revelations. You never hear Revelations. T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, all these preachers, they never talk about Revelations, about the fierce coming of the Lord, about what he's going to do. 200 miles of blood up to the horse's bridle. All them people dead. And a whole bunch of them could be in that church, including the preacher. But this is the stuff that we have to accept. That this truth, it's going to hurt to know. Because it's going to open up truths about your family. That these people might turn you in when that time comes. Deliver you over to death. That's why y'all probably moved me out of there. Because he's like, they're going to kill me. They're going to try to kill me. So you stay put over there while I deal with them over here. Yeah, man. Woo. Well, this podcast took a right turn here, huh? Damn. Oh, boy. Shit. Psalm 19:9 reads this. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. So it leads back to what I said in the beginning when people thought Yah's a dictator. Why should we fear him? He don't rule me. Right there. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. So he can't be a dictator. He's righteous in all his doings. You get what you deserve. You did evil, you're going to get evil. Even if Yah wrote you to be evil in the first place. Man. Yeah, gas prices are high. I think gas was $3.79 here the last time I saw it. It may reach $4 a gallon by the end of the week, I would say. $3.79, but I ain't worried, man. Y'all got me. I ain't worried at all. I'm just watching all the heathen getting all crazy out here, boy. They are, whew, they can't stop talking about it. White people, for the first time in history, are finally realizing just how powerless they truly are. I love it. Most High bless. Most High. But you Israelites out there, man, scattered to the four corners, y'all keep your head up. Continue to fear the Lord. Why? Psalm 112:1 says this: Praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man that feared the Lord, that delighted greatly in his commandments. Keep in this book. You're watching prophecy come out of the books into real life. You're seeing it. This hasn't been seen in probably since Egypt. I'm sure there's other miracles out there too. Out of the land, when they came into the land and everything like that. I don't know what type of miracles they saw or anything like that, but this got Egypt written all over it, man. It's going to be better than Egypt though, because it's all the nations. He just judged one nation over there once, and he's doing it to all the countries now. And he's going to bring all of us out to the land. With that being said, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This was a great live to try to tell you, about the reality of the world and why it is the way it is, because there is no fear of the Lord in the world anymore. And it's going to continue to be that way until he comes back. But you Israelites out there who are in the truth, who know who you are, continue to keep his commandments. Continue to do right by Yah, and he will continue to do right by you. He will continue to keep you away from the calamity that will be coming onto the planet. You can see it. You can see it coming out. You can see it right now, unfolding all over the world. Most High will keep you if you keep his commandments and fear him. That's all he wants. Don't want nothing else. It's not hard. Nothing grievous about it. Fear him. Keep his commandments. He's not asking you to bench press a fucking boulder. This is all easy stuff that we can do. His burden is light. So keep your eyes on Yah. Continue to seek after him. Do not worry about what the heathen are doing out there. Let the heathen be the heathen. I thank Yah for allowing me to talk to you guys tonight, because he woke me up out of my sleep today. To edify you, to put the fear of Yah out there into the world again. To attempt at least. We almost home, fam. The finish line is ever approaching. All we got to do is take control. That is it. So with that being said, shalom to the family in the chat. Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered across the world, if y'all happen to listen to this. Shalom to the strangers that are cleaved to the house of Jacob. All praises to the Most High and the Son for allowing me a platform to talk to y'all, to be edified, to use me as a vessel to get his word out. Y'all willing, we do this again next week. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. If you guys are going to sleep, may Yah give you a good night. And if it's in his will, he wake you up in the morning. But like I said, I'm going to leave you with a song. It's called Take Control. Shalom to everybody. I love y'all forever and always with a pure heart. Praise Yah. Quam. Yeah.
1 Peter chapter 5. Yeah. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil is a roaring lion walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Yeah.
I pray to the Lord every day. I do. I know that He keeping me safe. Yeah. From demons, the devil go send on my way, and they go try to penetrate my soul. I can't go and take control. Nah, I can't go. Yeah, and take control. Yeah. I pray to the Lord every day. I know that He keeping me safe. From demons, the devil go send on my way, and they go try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control. I can go, take control of me. I pray to the Lord every day. Yeah, I know that He keeping me safe. I do. From demons, the devil go sit on my way. Nigga try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control of me. Take control of me. I'm a heart right of riches. Whoa, these demons, they wanna have my soul, they on a mission. And no, I won't let them get it. I thought I was kidding. Paranormal activities, since I was little, trying to scare me in my bridges, but I never let them get me. Sleep paralysis, call it calluses. I feel like the snake, they be trying to rattle me. Catch me in the trap and football tackle me. Watching me in my sleep when I'm weak. Now they counting souls while I'm counting sheep. My federal presence keep harassing me. Their energy is interfering me. I call on Yeshaya, he healing me. The mad world, time for me to go. Nah, I'ma stay. I can't run no more. I take the pain away. I know you real, they wanna take my faith. I know you real, cause they say my grace. I know you real, cause the devil fake. I know you real, cause you keep me safe. I pray to the Lord every day. I know that He keeping me safe. From demons, the devil go sit on my way. Nigga try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control. I know, take control of me. I pray to the Lord every day. I know that He keeping me safe. I do. From demons, the devil go sit on my way. Nigga try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control of me. Take control of me. They trying to take control of me. They really think my flesh is weak. They trying to get near me. I can see clearly. I cannot fear them. I only hear them cause we got children. Trying to make a living. These demons, they trying to kill us. These heathens, they trying to steal us. And now the boat switch a cantaloupe, but they know we got the antidote.
Me the devil trying to take my soul. Gotta get back to the most high, man. I finally know the truth. Every righteous man gotta not live in life of sin. Trigger straight to the most high. I promise that I'm gonna win. Man, I can't operate in the flesh. I gotta operate in the fruit. I wanna be the best. I ain't chasing no checks. I'm just trying to get my life straight. They try to bring me down every day. I never let them stop me.
Take control. I pray to the Lord every day. I know that He keeping me safe. From demons, the devil go send on my way. And nigga try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control. I can go, take control of me. I pray to the Lord every day. I know that He keeping me safe. I do. From demons, the devil go send on my way. Nigga try to penetrate my soul. I know, take control. Take control.